Ladies and gentlemen, the wait is over! I'm Maverick Storm, and welcome to the match card overview of the biggest party of the summer, the most anticipated pay-per-view event in the history of Universe Mode, SummerSlam! First off, we have to give a special shout out to the Rattlesnake, the Hall of Famer, Stone Cold Steve Austin, the host of SummerSlam. But remember, when the Bionic Redneck is in town, you never know what he's planning. But now we turn our attention to the kickoff pre-show matches with special guest commentator Third Strike Entertainment. First off, we have Mustache Mountain versus the War Raiders in the finals of the Raw Tag Team Championship Tournament. Mustache Mountain defeated the team of Mark Andrews and Pete Dunne to advance to the finals when Dunne betrayed Andrews and seemingly allied with his old friends of Mustache Mountain. And the Bruiserweight Pete Dunne will put his United States title on the line against Mark Andrews. And for our main card in our opening match, just like the Evolution pay-per-view, the Money in the Bank ladder match will kick off the show with the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes and the Undisputed Era's Roderick Strong from Raw, the Scottish Psychopath Drew McIntyre, the Swiss Cyborg Cesaro, and the Dashing Angel Garza from SmackDown, and a last-minute participant added after Vince McMahon's reign of terror on Raw. These men, deserving champions, determined warriors looking to punch their ticket and cash in on an opportunity to face the WWE or Universal Champion anytime, any place for up to 1 year. Next up, talk about a blood feud. Aleister Black and Seth Rollins have been at each other's throats for months now, ever since the night after No Mercy. Their desire turned obsession with becoming Universal Champion led to this Los Angeles street fight at SummerSlam. And following a historic but controversial win at Evolution, Mae Young Classic winner and the new SmackDown Women's Champion, Sasha Banks, defends her title against the returning AJ Lee. SmackDown GM The Rock, impressed by Lee's performance in the Classic, and has made this match official. We also have to thank Mae Young Classic commentator Pro Jaked, who is returning to call this once-in-a-lifetime title match. But be warned, folks, the Fiend-controlled Alexa Bliss is still on the warpath for the SmackDown Women's title. Speaking of the Fiend, in one of the most terrifying moments in SmackDown history, the Fiend Bray Wyatt and his hypnotized brother Bo Wyatt, now known as the Entity, have claimed the SmackDown tag titles and are now issuing an open challenge to defend the titles at SummerSlam. What team will be brave enough to step up to the most dominant and fearsome duo on SmackDown? Will the Fiend actually show up in the flesh? We will find out. Next up, talk about a Hoss Fest. Bobby Lashley versus Brock Lesnar. These two have been on a crash course ever since the Royal Rumble, and at WrestleMania, Lashley squashed Lesnar in the quickest Mania match of all time. Lesnar has been starving at the chance to avenge his loss and reclaim his spot as the top dog in this business, but the almighty Bobby Lashley will be his greatest challenge yet. We're not done, folks. We've also got Roman Reigns, the Tribal Chief, versus Prince Apollo for the Intercontinental Championship. This new attitude of Roman Reigns has raised many eyebrows, but could this be the moment Reigns has been looking for to rise up to the top once more? Or will the reign of Prince Apollo continue? Another dream match for the history books as the villainous Daniel Bryan takes on the returning Rated R superstar, Edge. These two living legends will clash in Edge's first match in 4 years since his career-ending neck injury, which Daniel Bryan has been maliciously targeting in order to make Edge wish he had never come back. And this dream match will be called on commentary by the legendary Murph's YT13. And following her dominant victory over Ronda Rousey at Evolution, the new Raw Women's Champion Rhea Ripley faces the returning Empress of Tomorrow, Asuka. The Empress hasn't been seen since WrestleMania and now returns to reclaim her throne as the best women's wrestler in the company. But the Nightmare Rhea Ripley won't back down without a fight, that's for sure. We've also got a brand warfare singles match, Raw vs. SmackDown. The Hardcore Champion, the Lone Wolf, and the self-proclaimed new Undertaker, Baron Corbin, will face the dead man, The Undertaker, in a non-title match. Corbin has been an unstoppable force on NXT, beating the likes of Jon Moxley to become the inaugural Hardcore Champion, and now has been drafted to Raw and looks to end the career of the dead man by any means necessary at SummerSlam. But The Undertaker, the most celebrated wrestler in the history of this industry, is back to show everyone this is still his yard. In one of the most anticipated matches on the card, the leader of the Undisputed Era, Adam Cole, and the King of Strong Style, Shinsuke Nakamura, will fight for the vacant Universal Championship. After Kevin Owens was fired by Vince McMahon, a tournament was set to crown a new champion, with Matt Riddle originally going to face Adam Cole until Cole injured Riddle before SummerSlam. And a message was sent to Adam Cole in Japanese kanji: the king is back. Shinsuke Nakamura has returned to his kingdom of wrestling to face the mastermind Adam Cole for the Universal Championship. Now, this is a match that has been months in the making since the draft. Finn Balor defends the WWE Championship against the phenomenal AJ Styles and the leader of the OC, Switchblade Jay White. Talk about a Bullet Club reunion. After the debut of the OC, Jay White taking over the faction, and the Nexus raid on SmackDown, all this chaos finally comes to a head as the former Bullet Club leaders will finally do battle in a triple threat match for the greatest prize in sports entertainment. And Styles has stated that should he lose this match, he will retire from wrestling. While those stakes are quite daunting, they don't get as big as our main event. A dream match to end all dream matches. Vince McMahon and Triple H have gone all in for this one, fighting for the control of WWE itself. The prize fighter Kevin Owens, the best in the world CM Punk. Two generation-defining wrestlers, Vince for Kevin, Triple H for Punk, with Stephanie McMahon as the special guest referee. The winner will have total control of WWE. There will be no shortcuts, no rematches, and no going back on this one. The stakes couldn't be higher. It's time to go big or go home. A night of returns, a night of champions, and a night of dream matches. It doesn't get any bigger than this. Live on the official JRJ channel on February 21st, 2021, the biggest show of the year is finally here. Get on board, folks, because we're on the road to SummerSlam!